Oh, a good 2 hours a day.
And it's a lot of like intermittent, like every like 10 minutes I'll be looking at my phone and I'll just like check all my different social media, and I don't like necessarily spend like blocks of hours at a time, but I would say like if you add up like every 10 minutes, like I'll take like a couple minutes to scroll through. It's probably like several hours a day.
On average, probably like 20 hours or so.
I'm on Instagram a lot, and I gotta update my feed, a lot of pictures. I use pretty often Snapchat is kind of a daily thing.
Probably like 23 and a half hours, probably.
Probably like an hour a day, like I go on it a lot, not a good amount.
So I probably go on it all the time now because I don't do anything else. It's just like automatic. I don't really think about it. So I just kind of like, when I'm in class, I'll just go on it automatically, and I don't even remember what I see. I just keep going, looking at the same things over and over again.
Definitely Snapchat. Gotta keep on my streaks. I have a lot of streaks, and Instagram.
Mainly Instagram, Snapchat. Those like the main ones.
I'm really big with Facebook. I like to keep in touch with what my mom's doing. She always posts on there, so that's always great.
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger.
Big on Yelp, LinkedIn. Those are just some of my favorites. I like staying up with like what's in the community, like what people can help me out. Or like Nextdoor, Rolling Hills. That's another good one.
Media.
It takes away from like normal life. You know what I mean? It's like, like you don't get to. It keeps you from going outside or spending. When you're in the moment of something and you're missing it because you're on social media, that's always like a negative.
I think people hide behind their phones a lot, and like just like how I said, you can get to know someone better, like in positive ways. It's also kind of negative because like you should be building those social skills in person. And I think a lot of times people get really invested into their social medias and like competitive about like followers and liking, and I just think that's stupid, and like that's just an unnecessary like pressure, if it even is a pressure for you in life. Like it shouldn't be about how many likes you get on a photo. It should be about living in the moment, and I think social media a lot of times restricts people from that.
When we're at a nice setting like this, you like see stuff like that going on. It's just a lot of not a lot of conversation nowadays with us kids, us millennials. We just love these things.
It sucks my time and attention away from things in my real life. So like when people will be talking to me, I'll sometimes get distracted by like scrolling through something on my phone, and then I have to ask them to repeat it. And that just like feels kind of bad because they're like right there and I really should be paying attention to what they're saying. So it can be kind of a time suck. Like I'll get stuck scrolling through things that like don't really matter compared to what's really happening.
You know, sometimes there's just some really weird posts that not everyone needs to see or know about. So it could kind of create a negative connotation, I would say.
How do you
Self-image. I think it's giving us a negative portrayal of who we are. We're not really actually glued to our phones, but it kind of gives us a worse image than it is.
I think it makes people a lot more self-conscious because you see all these images. I mean, basically everyone's like, for example, for Instagram, everyone's feed is like their most perfect moments, probably super edited, like all the celebrities are like photoshopped, and I think it just makes people a lot of times like feel like they're missing out or their life isn't as great as other people's, and I think it adds a lot of pressure. And yes,
People care about what people see on the screen more than what's in here, and it's really disappointing because people really get angry about all these things like cyberbullying and whatnot. It's just like, I don't know, so many different outcomes come from this screen right here, and it's real tough with something.
Social media is an easy way to construct your life exactly the way you want. So I think a lot of people will get caught up in that image that they create for themselves. They like want their life to like look beautiful and look exciting instead of, and I think sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't, but I think there's a lot more pressure placed on like image.
I think that social media has caused that no one really cares what you are as a person, your character, your values, or anything like that, just how you are as a profile. So it's changed our view.
How there's no like privacy anymore for anyone. Everyone can see what's going on in your life.
Privacy is definitely something that we don't know if it's going to be there in 10 years down the line, you know, with governments and stuff, you know, infiltrating these things. You never know.
Privacy, there technically is none, because once it gets out on the social media sites, it carries and it's everyone's secret.